So, picture this. You've got a company that's been around for 140 years, and they just had a record-breaking year. You'd think they'd pop the champagne and take a victory lap, right? Well, if you're Johnson Controls, you do something a little different. You decide to rewrite the entire playbook. And today, we're going to break down exactly what that means for smart buildings, AI, and the future of sustainability. All right, so here's the plan for the next few minutes. We're going to dive into their amazing results, then unpack their new CEO's strategy, which is a total game changer. And finally, we'll see how this industrial giant is getting set to win big in this new era of AI and sustainability. Think of it as a look at their past, present, and future. Let's just start with this one number, $15 billion. Now get this, that isn't revenue. Nope, that's their record-breaking order backlog. It's basically a giant flashing sign that says future demand is through the roof. It means customers are literally lining up for what Johnson Controls is selling. So, we keep saying record-breaking year, but what does that actually look like on paper? Let's take a quick look at how they did in fiscal 2025. Okay, check this out. Organic sales are up 6%. Adjusted earnings per share, a massive 17% jump. I mean, it's pretty obvious they are absolutely firing on all cylinders. And that last one, 102% free cash flow conversion, that means they aren't just profitable on paper, they're generating serious cash. This isn't some company that needs a turnaround, this is a high-performance machine that's being fine-tuned to go even faster. So that kind of begs the question, right? How do you take a company that's already doing this well and make it even better? Well, the new CEO, Joaquin Weidemanis, has a really clear answer. A new operating system. It's this whole business system they've developed to make this industrial giant more focused, disciplined, and just faster on its feet. And this system is built on three main pillars. First up, simplify. This is all about applying that 80-20 rule you've heard about, the idea that 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort, to really focus on what truly matters. Second is accelerate. This means using lean principles to get rid of waste and just speed everything up. And third, scale. This is where they bring in digital tools and AI to take all these improvements and multiply their impact across the entire company. It's really all about working smarter, not just harder. And look, this isn't just some theory from a PowerPoint deck. The results are already showing up. By putting this new playbook into action, some of their sales teams have increased the time they spend face-to-face with customers by over 60%. That is a massive shift away from being bogged down by internal stuff to being out in the field winning business. So with this really strong foundation and a brand new operating system, Johnson Controls is now looking to the future, and they're targeting two of the biggest global megatrends of our time to be their primary growth engines. First on the list, the AI explosion. You know, all of that incredible computing power generates an unbelievable amount of heat. And that's creating an unprecedented demand for some seriously advanced cooling in data centers. You know, the CEO himself put it best. He said that the sheer power of these new AI chips means that traditional air cooling just can't keep up anymore. It's hitting a physical wall, and that's a huge problem for the industry, but it's a massive opportunity for whoever can solve it. And Johnson Controls is stepping right up to the plate. They're rolling out a whole suite of advanced liquid cooling technologies. We're talking everything from new coolant distribution units to their absolute best-in-class chillers. They're even investing in what's next, trying to stay ahead of what chip makers like NVIDIA are going to need 5 years from now. So what's the benefit for the customer? It's enormous. Their cooling tech can slash a data center's non-IT energy use by more than half. In an industry where power is everything, that is a complete game changer, both for the bottom line and for hitting those sustainability goals. Okay, the second huge growth engine is decarbonization. Cities, industries, you name it, everyone around the world is racing to reduce their carbon footprint, especially when it comes to heating and cooling buildings, which is a huge part of the problem. Let me give you a great example. Take Zurich. Johnson Controls is installing this advanced heat pump technology that's going to supply clean, green heat to 15,000 homes. And it does it by capturing waste heat from a local plant. It's just a perfect example of their technology in action. And the value proposition for customers is just crystal clear. In 2024 alone, their heat pumps helped customers cut their energy costs by 50% and slash emissions by 60%. I mean, it's that powerful 1-2 punch of economic and environmental benefits. So, a strong track record, a new operating model, and two massive growth trends. You put all that together, and it leads to a very, very confident outlook for the year ahead. Their guidance for fiscal 2026 really says it all. They're forecasting solid sales growth, mid-single digits, but the real story here is the profitability. They expect to grow adjusted earnings per share by over 20%. That proves that their new focus on discipline and efficiency is really poised to deliver some significant returns. And that brings us to our final question. When you combine more than a century of expertise with a brand new focus on execution, and you aim all of that at the biggest trends of the next decade, you just have to wonder, right? Is this 140-year-old giant on the verge of its most exciting chapter yet?